You don't want to tell people that you were in a business meeting and somebody shamed you and made you feel less than. Who wants to say that?
It was about ego and power.
It was the moment that I felt my leg being grabbed under the table that I thought, holy moly, this is real.
What made us stand up against this type of behavior from him was just how brazen he was.
I said something because it just was not okay. There's death threats I got, so I got people like tweeting at me at Twitter saying like, I will cut your throat.
I hate to say this, that it's the norm, and I hope that we can change that.
This is my story. I had a 20-minute conversation with an angel investor about business, and later that evening when I got back to my hotel room, I got an email. The subject line said, I like you a lot. And the email said, I will not leave Berlin until I have sex with you. Deal, question mark.
I was introduced to a very prominent investor. We're sitting at a Starbucks and he grabs my face and tries to make out with me. And I push him back in surprise and just didn't know what to do because he continued to try again and was so aggressive.
In 2001, the environment was a lot different because of the dot-com crash. So I was faced with raising more money or letting go of employees. So one time I had a meeting with a potential VC, one of the more powerful ones out there, and he ordered a $5,000 bottle of wine. And I said, you know, you don't really need to order that bottle of wine because I don't drink. And I couldn't even remember how many times the glass got filled. All of a sudden he was conveying to me how attracted he was to me, tried to lean over to kiss me, and I pulled away. I'll never forget when he touched me under the table and like looked into my eyes and grabbed my leg and squeezed it and say, you know, I'm going to help you. I'm going to do this for you. As if he was my savior or something. And at the same time, he's violating me.
I met him for drinks to talk about this potential business opportunity. After I went home, later that evening at 1 a.m., I received a text message from him asking me to come back out and meet him back at his hotel bar. I rolled my eyes, I kind of shrugged it off. Then by December of 2016, we were running out of money, so we met with him. And this time I brought my co-founder Leti with me.
So we go to this hotel bar, we have drinks, and it was the moment that I felt my leg being grabbed under the table that I thought, holy moly, this is real. Like, she had warned me. Again, she had totally warned me, but I didn't expect it to be so brazen.
I was lucky enough to have an advisor or mentor who had never expressed any romantic or sexual interest in me, and we were literally working on spreadsheets, the least sexy thing in the world. I remember it, we're sitting side by side in front of a computer, and at the end of that, he stood up and he pulled out his erect penis, genitalia. It was awkward, it was uncomfortable, it was unfair, but it happened, and it wasn't the last time something like that would happen.
When he did that, it made me feel disgusted.
Demoralized and disrespected.
Completely shaken up.
Like I didn't have any worth as a woman in business.
Like all of my accomplishments, that I already raised $5 million in venture funding, like none of that mattered. I can't believe it after all these years, it still hurts, you know?
The first thing that went through my mind when I got the email was shame, shock.
Overwhelming sense of shame.
Maybe it's my fault.
I thought it was my fault, so more shame.
Like, I'm stupid. I should have known this was gonna happen.
I think it comes from this uneven power dynamic where, you know, the founder is asking for money, the investor is in a position where they're evaluating the founder's company, and I thought I just blew it.
I didn't say anything because I was just a woman with a website at the time.
I said something because it just was not okay.
It's not about me, and it's not about this one incident. It's about a whole lot of other women.
The risk of me coming forward was that I could have been portrayed as someone who did it for the wrong reasons.
The risk of me coming forward is to be known for somebody who came forward for sexual harassment, and trust me, that is not glamorous.
There's theft threats I got, so I got people like tweeting at me at Twitter saying like, I will cut your throat, you fucking cunt.
Is this going to make things harder? We have a financial responsibility as owners of our business to do what's best for our business, and if speaking out is going to harm our business, is that okay?
If I was sitting across from the investor who harassed me, I would say to him, I'm here to talk business and nothing else.
It's strange to me when you look at your pipeline and your deal flow as opportunities for your romantic life. Don't date your deal flow. It's not that hard.
What else do you need to prove? You already have the money, you have the power, you have the decision-making ability, you have it all. Like, why do you do this?
You preyed on a group of women that you thought were too afraid or not in a position to speak up, and clearly you were very, very wrong.
Through this experience, I've learned that I have a voice.
I am strong.
I'm a lot more empathetic and sensitive than I thought.
Nobody can take the things that I've accomplished away from me. Nobody can say I had to sleep with anybody to get here. I did it because I'm smart and I know what I'm doing and I care about my company.
Through this experience, I've learned that I'm resilient, that I have strength, and though I did not feel it at the time, that I have power.